What's up, everybody? I'm playing Warhammer Inquisitor. I will be continuing the story, and then I'll probably be doing a couple random missions. I definitely need to do... Oh, whatever. These are intel missions. So we'll try those out. And other than that, we'll just be continuing the story. So since I'll probably be going right into a cutscene or into lore, I'm going to mute my mic for that. But if people jump into chat, then I'll turn my mic right back on. Ooh, a Daemon bound to mortal flesh.
Thunderheim, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I lost your signal in that nightmarish tribal camp. I liberated some captured members of my expedition. Where are you?
I'm in the inner sanctum. In a scriptorium, I suppose.
Uther Tiberius had his own secluded laboratory there, where he must have kept his personal cogitator. Find that room.
Looting. Must warn you, Klosterheim. Several Empyrean seals have been destroyed here. Yes, that is.
What? Word bearers? On the martyr?
The most disturbing thing is that they seem to be aware of the secret, too.
will know the final truth, Inquisitor. Would you look at that? Echo's Emperor sent us his servants to suffer the most glorious torture imaginable.
Spare me the monologue, creature, and prepare to die.
Tell me, Inquisitor, what did you expect to find here? I was led here by dark prophecies and magnificent fever dreams. But you have no idea what we are about to unleash on your Imperium.
Enough of your gibberish. Die!
How are you faring, Inquisitor?
I have located Uther's personal cogitator. First, I had to explain to the word-bearer Filth that they are not allowed to touch it.
I am still worried about their presence on the ship. Access the cogitator immediately. What have you found?
The proof we needed. Uther's secret weapon was a unique pariah, who is capable of the impossible. She didn't just banish demons. She utterly destroyed them.
By the Emperor. That could have been the most powerful weapon against the filth of chaos.
And she could have had a significant impact on the fate of the sector, or the whole Imperium. We need to know what happened to her.
Uther Tiberius had a meditation chamber in the Sanctum, where he must have kept his personal notes. Find that room.
Uther's meditation chamber. I can see a journal.
Open it. Have you read the journal?
I have, and it contains some surprising revelations. Even Uther Tiberius was horrified by the powers of the Alpha Pariah. That's what he called her.
Did he kill her?
No, he locked her away in the main stasis chamber.
Which means that she must still be alive. This is incredible.
And we have a Chaos Sorcerer on the ship who knows about her too. I'm on my way to the chamber.
I'm almost there. I'll meet you at the entrance.
Man tried to make power, but decided to lock it away because it was too powerful.
Together again, at last. Are you ready?
The secret of the martyr is within arm's reach. Just imagine the possibilities if the Alpha Pariah is still there in stasis.
Now you are talking, like the Inquisitor I used to know.
Let's go to the stasis chamber.
At your command!
I see you found reinforcements against the word bearer.
These men are the members of my expedition. I thought they were killed. I was wrong, unfortunately. What could it be?
Every
Uther
time
Tiberius wanted to
I
create
start
an
my
army
stream,
of former demon
my controller
hosts,
is-
resistant to the powers of the warp.
Like, I
At
don't-
some
I don't know
point,
what
he
it is.
realized
It's like
that
a
it was
curse.
not working.
Or he realized that an army needs a commander.
I don't know if the Alpha Pariah was someone he found during his journey, or if he obtained her through some darker means. Eventually, he had her in his grasp.
And now his legacy will be ours.
Behold the words of the prophecy! In the darkest reaches of the void, on the cursed monastery hidden among the living storms, there is the anathema that shall be destroyed. I will make the revelation come true.
Not while I breathe, creature.
Death to the servants of the Corpse Emperor.
May you rot for eternity, treacherous, vile abomination.
Well, I took out a lot of them. I took out a lot of them.
Are you ready to open the gate?
Wait, I see human remains. One of Uther's acolytes by the looks of it. Let's take a look.
Playing nearly for hubris. We have been struck down by small-minded fools. We still feast on sin. We should have been in the true path of his Now he is lying gravely wounded, struck down by his former acolyte. The martyr, the sacred fortress monster he is building. A group of volunteers with the task of taking preparation from his grievous injuries. Friends kept him near. When Ur abandoned his post in the bridge, continues to see the fight to return because we...
Anything useful?
That is an understatement. Now we know that Uther Tiberius was gravely wounded during the rebellion in the monastery. His trusted men decided to take him off the martyr, with a certain Captain Van Winter at the helm of the rescue ship. He had secured the secret weapon before he fell, though. The Emperor. What is this?
Remarkable. It looks like a barrier of pure psychic energy. A tapestry of madness made substance. Another example of Uther's arcane designs, I suppose. Are you ready to enter?
I have died for this secret once. I must be the one who walks through that barrier. By the grace of the Emperor, I cannot enter.
Did you see anything?
She is there. The Alpha Pariah is inside, so close and yet unreachable.
There must be a way.
No, you were right. This barrier was designed by Uther himself, and he made sure that nobody can enter without his authorization. The barrier can only be disabled with his inquisitorial rosette.
But a rosette is the personal symbol of our authority. Each rosette is unique, and Uther has been dead for centuries. It is impossible. You are telling me that it was all in vain? We have failed.
No. Uther Tiberius was taken from the martyr to an unknown destination, and I will find where that place is. I am an inquisitor. Nothing can remain hidden from me. I will uncover that rosette, even if I have to burn down the whole sector.
What is our next step?
We are treading on dangerous ground. Uther Tiberius was so obsessed with fighting the powers of chaos that he ventured too far. Even his most trusted followers turned against him when they realized what he was planning to do.
Who cares about ignorant fools?
You must surely be aware what the Alpha Pariah could become. Uther Tiberius wanted to destroy the gods of chaos so desperately that he decided to create a god of his own.
Yes, I understand. And this is why we must continue his work. For the Emperor.
No, this is heresy.
The very existence of the Alpha Pariah borders on heresy. The doctrines must be upheld at all costs.
But this is our destiny. You have already sacrificed your life to protect Uther's legacy. And now you are willing to throw it away?
I will do no such thing. I will find the Rosette and take the Alpha Pariah to an inquisitorial facility where no one can usurp her powers. This needs to be brought to the attention of the Conclave.
I will not allow that. You have failed our cause. I cannot let you leave.
No. Ow. Only 3%? What? Hold on, time out. No way. 3% of people out sentenced to death. That means everybody sided with heresy? That's crazy. No. No heresy. Secret weapon. So obsessed with the idea of fighting the power of chaos that Spencer's made him more radical. He was torturing people to create an army resistance to the power of the warp. He wanted to send a crusade into the warp for the Imperium. But it needed a leader, and that was Alpha Farah. And then his followers turned against him after they figure out what he did. Well, I had to make a decision after my mind wipe, and I found out my original mission was to find that place and release it. But I instead am going to take her to the council, so she's not going to be a radical. So as people turned against him, he was injured and he was shipped away. The guy I've been hunting, what did he?
Auspex lock acquired. Pseudo-kinetic tracking is on, and it is being transmitted to your tactical sensorium. Eliminate negative variables for preferred outcome. Mission complete. Eradicated. Mission status updated.
Imperial reconnaissance forces located. Potentially useful assets, but their current situation is terminal. Immediate action required.
Die! Die!
Reconnaissance force relieved. Send basic, follow and protect order to the survivors.
At your command.
There was a protective hex on the chest. I must defeat the summoned creature.
Onwards! Don't linger, guardsmen!
command structure collapsing. Praise the Deus Mechanicus.
Captain, are you serious? You want me to believe you didn't know that the founder of your rogue trader house was the captain of the Martyrs centuries ago?
I swear by the light of the God Emperor Inquisitor that I am just as shocked by this revelation as you are.
I need a better explanation, Captain.
Inquisitor, our house has followed strict traditions for long centuries. One of those traditions concerns our sacred history. Our ancestral secrets were kept in a treasured logbook, only accessible by the Van Winter sitting on the throne of the house.
And who would that be?
Nobody. Almost my entire clan has been purged on account of their heretical acts. I was found worthy of redemption, and I'm assisting the work of the Inquisition as a simple captain.
Do you think your logbook could help me?
Yes, it has been in our possession since Gregor Van Winter, the man whose trail you seek, received the warrant of trade. It must contain all his accounts too.
What happened to that logbook?
It was hidden on our flagship, the Astute Cavalier, but it disappeared when my father was executed. The logbook must still be in the hold, in a secret compartment.
So, I only have to find a fugitive ship in this sector. Sounds easy.
My family had a hideout in this subsector on a void station. Those who survived the purge probably ended up there.
And strangely, it didn't occur to you to share this information with the Inquisition. No. Don't answer that. Take me to the void station. This is a despicable hive of heresy and corruption.
Our crew members became wanted fugitives after the purge. They found refuge and sought to make a livelihood the best way they could.
Still won't absolve their sins against the Empire. What should I be looking for?
Each of our void stations had a harbor master to supervise the operation of the port facilities. If the Cavalier still frequents this place, which I'm sure it does, this man must know its whereabouts. Inquisitor, if I may, do you think that if I help you find the logbook, it could clear my name?
I seriously doubt it. Herman Van Winter was found guilty in trafficking heretical artifacts and consorting with forbidden cults. Your entire house was deemed to be an accessory to the crime.
With all due respect, Inquisitor, I knew my father. He was a sly old fox, a trader who refused neither coin nor adventure, but he was a true servant of the Imperium.
The Holy Orders thought otherwise.
Fire damage.
Loading.
That's your man, the Harbor Master.
He doesn't look too talkative. Interrogation. Tell me he wasn't my only lead.
Maybe not. All our Harbor Masters used to log everything into a central cogitator.
I'll find that cogitator. Reloading. Captain, are you familiar with a man called Nathaniel Grexis?
He was my father's most trusted captain. A boisterous fellow, but a good man.
Your former house members made a pact with a cult and he refused to follow them into total depravity. They keep him locked up here somewhere.
I would humbly suggest that you find him then. He could be useful.
Captain Grexis, I need you to come with me.
I need a few bottles of Amasec to invigorate my weary soul. And then I'm off to kill all these mongrels.
They have already paid for their crimes, Captain.
Ah, I hope you made them suffer. How can I assist you then?
I must find the astute Cavalier. It might have visited this station.
It was here, aye. Until these sniveling rats sold our flagship to a group of abhuman filth. Oh.
Do you know where the cruiser is now?
No, but I've heard rumors about where it's heading. Take me with you, and I can help.
Inquisitor, reconnaissance rituals indicate hostile activity in the chambers adjacent to the entrance.
Your hunch was right, Tech Priest.
Enemy patrol detected in the vicinity. Contact is imminent.
Greetings, Captain. Did the sensors pick up any other Void craft in this segment?
No, Inquisitor. What is it?
These worthless rebels are betraying their kind for the Dark Elder, as I suspected. But they know details about my investigation, which baffles me. How could they know?
I have no idea, Inquisitor. We are all alone out here.
calculations, you reach the coordinates where the Cardinal's transmission originated.
I've just found the Cardinal, Tech Priest, and his guards. This information is redundant.
I beg for your remission, Inquisitor. Redundancy is a sin.
My most sincere gratitude, Inquisitor. By the grace of the Emperor, you have deciphered my warning.
I should execute you for treason. What was this all about?
I deserve no forgiveness. But before you rightfully sentence me, please hear my plea. I was imprisoned, tortured, and mentally manipulated by these Xenos Reavers for a long time. Let me help you in your sanctifying duty.
So they made you lure me into their trap.
You and others in the past. These monsters are plundering our worlds. We've been lost in the darkness, Inquisitor.
These Xenos have been allowed to carry on unchecked. They were already waiting for me on the relay station, and set up the trap here in no time. What is their secret, Cardinal?
I have no idea, I swear. But they know everything. Their ways are efficient. Terrible, but efficient.
Inquisitor, Category 5.8 fluctuations in the Immaterium in your vicinity.
A warp gate.
Pattern is consistent with the Dark Eldar webway portals.
Cardinal, we have not finished. Find a shelter nearby.
Retaliation, Inquisitor. Now, you should execute that treacherous worm of a priest.
The Dark Elder are masters of torture and manipulation. Yet he managed to break their thrall over him and warn me. He was almost begging for judgment.
Weakness is like the rot. Once it sets in, it's only a matter of time until it destroys everything.
Once the Imperium lost the Aureus system, these worlds fell prey to a great menace. We can't execute everyone who couldn't resist the powers of the Drukhari.
My sweet Ragnar. What a cheerful sight for these sore eyes.
Captain Grexus, I haven't seen you since you vanished without a trace. Right after you were proved innocent.
It was shameful of me, I know. But I simply couldn't bear to witness how others suffered for your father's misgivings.
You are talking about a house purged for charges of heresy.
House Van Winter was filled with shady elements, no question about that. Some of them even kept me as a prisoner.
Your point being?
Not all of them are backstabbing scoundrels. Ragnar deserves a clean slate, and you won't find a better ally in the sector. Apart from old Grexus, of course.
Start with telling me where I can find the Cavalier.
I overheard my former crew members gossiping about this cult, and a world they were planning to visit with the ship. I'll give your navigator the coordinates.
led me to a world with a full-scale demonic outbreak and no cavalier in the docks. Explain.
Changed her name.
How are you planning to find her?
Trust old Grexis, Inquisitor.
Grexis, you seem to be oddly untroubled by recent events.
My unrelenting devotion to the Empire keeps my spirits high.
That and your bottles of Amasec.
We all cope in our own different ways. I want to live to serve the Imperium.
What were you thinking? I will accompany you, Grexis.
With all due respect, Inquisitor, someone needs to fend off the tide of chaos while I sit down with these esteemed gentlemen for a nice chit-chat.
You are truly trying my patience.
Thing is, I can't see anyone else here with the proper credentials to do this.
I'll take care of the filth. Hurry up, Grexis.
How are you faring out there, Inquisitor?
You find your contacts, Grexis?
Waiting for my security screening. These highborn captains are a suspicious lot.
Reloading. Grexis, I need an update. You are really taking your time.
Do you have any idea how hard it is to obtain an audience with these people? In a palace surrounded by chaos?
Tell them that the Inquisition is taking care of the situation. Now! Teleport beacon in range.
I have some splendid rumors for you, Inquisitor.
Do you know where the ship went?
What? Not yet. But these captains have some interesting stories about a Herman Van Winter. Did you know that he got his mittens on a rare artifact? A strange navigational tool of questionable origin? That's where all his troubles began.
I'm not in the mood for your tales. Get me to the Cavalier.
Aye, Inquisitor. By the time you're finished with the invaders, I'll have the coordinates.
teleport beacon in range. All clear, Grexis. I'm still waiting for the coordinates you promised.
Allow me to express the gratitude of the noble captains with a piece of valuable information.
Do you know the location of the Cavalier, Grexis?
Something like that, aye. These gentlemen have narrowed it down to one potential destination. Your tech priest will receive the data log soon.
Your cooperation is highly appreciated, Captain.
Does that mean I'm free to go?
As far as I'm concerned, you were never implicated in the Van Winter investigation. You can leave.
It was a pleasure working with you, Inquisitor. If you need any help in the future, come and find me. I'll get my old ship back, and I'll be out there, among the stars. Ha 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 ha!
Inquisitor, the Etheric Alpha Spectrometer finished the analysis of the warp signatures detected around the last Drakari webway portal.
Tell me that this is leading somewhere. I'll be quite dissatisfied if I cannot deliver judgment upon those who are responsible for the destruction in this system.
Xenarite triangulation subroutines identified the same signatures on a deserted void station in the system. Note that this method is considered as a grade Gamma tech heresy.
I need results, Omicron. I don't care about your meddling with Xenarite technology.
Statement recorded for future reference. On the subject, Etheric triangulation subroutines identified familiar signatures on a deserted void station. 90.7% probability that the webway gate was opened from these coordinates.
Then we have a long, exhausting piece of work ahead of us in this accursed system.
Alright, chat. That's where I'm gonna end it for tonight. I hope everybody has a great day/night, and I will catch you guys on the flip side.